Now, your hair is a reflection of your health, but styling it is a real test of our DIY skills. Tell me about it. Editor of Beauty EQ is here to inspire our style this winter. Good morning to you, Trudy.
Good morning.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Your hair always looks fabulous. I'm always envious. Do you do it yourself?
I do, but I've got a confession to make. I'm actually an ex-hairdresser, so that was my former life. But I think talking about your health and your hair, you know if you're not well, your hair really does look shabby. Styling aside, winter is terrible on our hair.
Why? What does it do to
Look,
us?
the same thing with our skin, and we talked about it earlier. It all starts with your scalp. A lot of people think, I've got to fix my hair, but often it's their scalp that needs help. Nourishment, cleansing. We've got a lot of product built up in our hair these days. We rely on dry shampoo a lot. So if our scalp is really healthy, our hair is really healthy. And I don't think people actually put those two things together.
Interesting you say that, because, you know, dandruff is something that we don't like to talk about, right?
Yeah,
You get a bit
it is.
embarrassed if you get a bit of flakiness or dandruff in there. It certainly happens to me, probably from dry shampoo, or could it be an internal thing?
Well, it can be anything, but the thing you need to diagnose is whether it's dandruff, and that's actually when your scalp's quite red and the flakes are quite big and yellow.
Right.
Or it's just dryness,
Yeah.
which is what I was talking about the scalp before, and it's flaking skin. Like our skin gets dry, our scalp gets dry too. And a lot of people rush out and buy anti-dandruff shampoo, which is actually quite toxic. It's full of all sorts of things like coal tar and, you know, some tea tree oils, and they actually dry out the scalp even more. So you've misdiagnosed what's going on with your scalp.
And that can probably make it worse or exacerbate it.
90% of dandruff sufferers actually have a dry scalp.
Okay, so how can we winterise our winter hair routine?
Well, I think static's another big problem. A lot of people say, why is my hair frizzy? And that's because we're putting beanies on and, you know, coats and jackets and scarves, and there's lots of wool up around our hair, so we do get static. I think the best thing you can do is treat your hair gently and a leave-in conditioner. You don't need to put it on the roots of the hair, you can just put it on the ends. And that actually is a bit like a day cream. It actually helps to nourish your hair because look, the longer your hair is, the older it is.
Right.
And the drier it is. So if you have it cut regularly and you've got shortish hair, then it's usually quite healthy. But longer hair starts to look really tatty in winter because it's dried out.
I love that you're a former hairdresser, so you can I can pick your brain for some styling tips.
Styling tips. Okay, so knock back on the heat, I would say, in winter. You know, blow drying your hair a lot exacerbates the dryness.
Right.
Invest in an aqueous towel. That's like a towel that pulls the moisture out of your hair when you wash it.
Is it like a chamois cloth?
Yeah, a little bit. It is.
Button up on top of your head.
Exactly. And that actually is a great way of pulling back that moisture in your hair so you use less heat. I think maybe look at doing more root touch-ups with colour in winter rather than full head of highlights like we normally do.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a trend at the moment to go slightly darker for winter. And just generally make sure you invest in that leave-in conditioner because it helps coloured hair, it helps dry hair. It actually can balance oily hair as well.
So getting the right leave-in conditioner can be a little bit tricky though, can't it? Because you run the danger, run the risk of... Okay, all right. Share, Trudy.
So, look, first up, it brings me perfectly to this point. You may have heard of Olaplex. It's a salon treatment for when your hair is coloured. So it actually helps to fuse the bonds of the hair together, which is very complicated. But when
it works.
When you have your hair coloured, the cuticle opens and the colour's deposited into the hair shaft to change the colour of the hair.
I've never thought about that before. That's amazing.
Yeah, so you're going through a process of damaging your hair, essentially. So this is new. It's Olaplex 6. There's 1, 2, 3, 5, and now 6. And this is a leave-in conditioner and styling treatment in one.
Oh.
So it helps to fuse those bonds back together in your hair, nourishes the hair, salon only this product actually, and it actually assists with speeding up your blow dry time, which is what we were talking about before.
So I'm just thinking about my busy life with the kids and not getting to blow over my hair or dry it properly or put any multiple styling products in. I put a little bit of this in. It is going to help seal the cuticles.
Yes, and nourish. Yeah, the hair cuticles on the hair shaft.
It's going to be a leave-in treatment, and then I put it into one of those fancy towels, and I am done.
Yeah.
Okay,
and actually, the other thing that I do a lot is I actually twist sections of my hair and just pull it back and let it dry naturally. When you take it out, you've still got that tousled look.
That's how she does it,
well,
people.
No, there's a bit more to it than that. But you know, you can actually treat your hair more gently when it's in good shape.
Yeah, when
it's not dry and frizzy.
Okay, what else
So
have you got?
next up, at the supermarket, this is what we're talking about, the leave-in conditioner. This is from Schwarzkopf Extra Care. This is clever leave-in conditioner that actually works with any hair type because it's a liquid keratin.
Oh,
so this one's at the supermarket. One from the salon, one from the supermarket. It's just launched this week. Ultra nourishing. Let me just check that I don't say the wrong thing here.
Yes.
Ultra nourishing. It's a cream, so you can put it in dry. You can put it in wet. The liquid keratin, and it actually helps those damaged areas in your hair. It's got this little sixth sense of its own that it actually nourishes the dry spots, and if anything's oily, it rebalances that as well. So that's a clever product.
But totally. When you are using a leave-in treatment, and I'm in the shower, do I still use my normal conditioner and then I use the leave-in after?
Yes, you do. So you use
So
your
you're
normal
doubling
conditioner, make sure you squeeze out all the moisture, wear your aqueous towel for a little while, and then put the leave-in conditioner through the mid-lengths and the ends of the hair.
Okay.
So it actually does work a little bit like a styling product in that it's smoothing the frizz.
I love it. I love it. It's the
Now,
two-in-one.
this is so clever. This is organic apple cider vinegar rinse and conditioner from Hask.
Beautiful bottles
This
for a start.
is so on trend right now. Apple cider vinegar makes a great salad dressing, but it also deep cleanses the hair and the scalp. So if we're using that, constantly using dry shampoo rather than washing our hair because it's freezing cold, and your hair's starting to look limp, this is brilliant for rebalancing, refreshing, and cleansing all that build-up from product onto the scalp. And it's got a handy little nozzle.
I am such a sucker for good packaging.
I know.
It's pretty.
Really,
it looks like it's going to be quite easy to use.
it's really clever. And then finally, just watch how we brush our hair.
Yeah.
Tangle Tees is a great brand. It's everywhere in pharmacy. Fantastic for actually getting rid of those knots without breaking the hair. Because once hair's dry, it starts to break, snap off, and look bad. So that is a great little tool for the whole family.
Yeah, I was going to say my daughter, that would be right up her alley, and boy, does she
give
need
it to her. You can give that to her from me.
Oh, lovely, Trudy. Thanks very
Yep.
much. It's always lovely to have you on the show.
Okay.
Thanks very much for joining us this
Pleasure.
morning. If you'd like to hear more from Trudy, you can head to her website, beautyeq.co.nz.